What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another brand new video. So today we're going to be talking about something, I guess technically I kind of was stalling a little bit on this, but at the same time I knew I can't stall any further from this point on. So I gotta tell you something, and it's not going to be too pleasing to talk about personally, but at the same time I do want to point something out before we get into it. Now please listen all the way through to the whole video. And the reason is because, one, once you start hearing what the main topic's about, I don't want people to just leave automatically and then just go, oh, well, if this is the case, then bye, and then unsubscribe and all that stuff. I want people to really understand personally what's going on with this whole thing and the purpose behind what's been going on so far on this channel. So please bear with me on this and listen through the whole video. I'll try to make sure I don't mumble too much, like keep going on with the same topic. I'll just try to get straight point to it and then move on to the next right away. Now with that out of the way, I do want to point out that by August 10th, there's not going to be any uploads for a bit. Now, the reason I am going to say that now is because it's going to be hard for me personally when I go to college and, of course, still working at the same time. Now, the reason behind this is because I did this last time. I went to college. I also worked. I also did YouTube. And the only thing about that is that it's a lot of work, personally, when you have YouTube, work, and school. Now, what usually would happen for me is I would do school, come home late, do YouTube, and then do my homework. And that took a lot of my time. So I barely had any sleep. That's the first thing. I barely had any sleep every single night for like the past 3 months, I think, something like that. It was pretty much to the end of December. So from September to December, to almost the beginning of December, I pretty much like had 4 hours of sleep every single night, and that was because of school or work, and then doing YouTube and then homework right after. There were moments when I did homework at night, I would fall asleep right there on my book. So that's kind of one of the reasons why personally I need to take a small little break from YouTube. And another reason behind it as well is because of the burnout. Now, I've never wanted to mention anything about burnout, especially when the whole topic came out, where a bunch of YouTubers were saying, I'm burned out, and all that stuff. I really didn't want to mention it personally, because I felt like if I did, then people would be like, oh, you're just saying like all the others are doing, just to get attention and stuff. But no, I've been burnt out for probably about 2 years at least, or maybe just underneath 2 years. But still, though, it's been really hard. I'm always exhausted. I've been drinking coffee. I try to drink coffee less than usual. When I first started doing YouTube, I drank a lot of coffee because I wanted to keep myself wide awake. I wanted to keep myself energized. I just wanted to keep throwing videos out constantly. Like, I think I threw out close to 1,100 videos a year. And people were really shocked of how much I put out there. So, you know, I really did bust my ass off for several years. But at the same time, I was getting really exhausted and tired and not realizing what was going on. Now, like I was saying with the burnout, I was getting exhausted. There were some emotional times happening with this burnout. It got really hard on me, you know, especially when you barely have any sleep half the time. You know, it gets to you, and you really need to have that sleep, which is, you know, growing up, I never really cared about that personally, but, you know, once you start learning afterwards, you start realizing that sleep does technically matter after all. I've been saying it so many times, saying that I need to take a break, I need to take it easy, and all that stuff. I remember saying that I would get sick from literally less sleep. Yeah, it's been really hard on me. I will say it for a fact. But that's kind of one of the reasons why I kind of don't want to do YouTube, because I feel like if I come home from school, I'd rather get the homework done than do YouTube personally. Then that way I still have a lot of like time to get some sleep and stuff like that. And plus, if you probably talk to several people, people do say you need to sleep if you're going to college. Well, you gotta have sleep. Don't sleep in class though. But like still though, like it's gonna be very difficult to manage college work and YouTube all over again, especially when I had so much energy back then when I went to college. And that was when I was 21. Now it's 5 years after, and I'm totally exhausted at this point. So because I'm not I'm not energetic as I used to be, because I worn myself out, I figured that maybe I should take the time off and just do school for the moment. Now, here's the thing though. Now, for the people, hopefully people are watching the rest of this video, because, like I said, you might have heard the first part, but there's more to this now, even though I did explain why there's not going to be a lot of YouTube now. So, here's what's going to happen with the YouTube channel. First off, you will get videos once in a while. I will say that for a fact. Once in a while. And that's why I'm not adding anything to the list personally for the Madness Combat. People send me a huge list, and I figured, well, if it's going to take me this long to get through the videos, then the best way to do it is just finish this list, and then it's going to get to that point where that I'm going to take the time off before school, and then get prepared for school, of course. And then, of course, at that point, then maybe later on, then I'll take more suggestions and stuff like that. But just right now, like, the list is pretty much good for the moment. So that's why I'm not taking any more suggestions. I've been trying to tell people a lot about that. I know there's so many people that really want me to react to things, and I do apologize personally for that. But it's just when there's so much suggestions at the start that people wanted, for me to watch, I wanted to get that done. That was my big objective. Was this is the suggestion box. Let's get rid of that first, and then we'll move on to another suggestion box. So that was kind of what I was going at, and like I said, there's so many people that do want me to react to other things as well. But at the same time, like, we are about to run out of time very soon. Like, we have half a month, and then 10 more days, so pretty much a full month at this point. So, well, yeah, pretty much a full month. So it's going to be really hard to get a whole list. I'll probably start taking suggestions once this list is gone, and stuff like that. But like I said, it's going to be very difficult to make another whole list and then go through so much suggestions at that point. And because if people want me to get through that list right away, it's going to be very hard on my schedule to get through a huge list. So the way things are going to go is that I will probably just take whatever suggestions I find at that moment, and then I will do that. But like I said, it's going to be very difficult to make a list and, pretty much like thrive through that, or just kill the list, like, full force. Like, I'm trying to think of a word. I guess, like, speed through it. Yeah. So that's going to be hard. So that's going to be one of the reasons I won't be able to take any more suggestions at this point. Another thing, too, is gameplay. Now, I started doing Minecraft recently, and people loved it, and I was really shocked, because I was just like, oh, I heard Minecraft is getting popular again. Let's just try it for fun, I wasn't doing it because of PewDiePie. It was on my mind. Okay, so when I start thinking about stuff, I kind of want to play it. So that was kind of the purpose. So I tried one episode, and people actually liked it. So I thought that was really amazing, personally. So I just want to say thank you, first off, to that. A second thing, for the Minecraft series, we will probably do here and there for videos. But when it comes to gameplay, though, you'll probably see like one video of this, and then another time if I do play gameplay, it'll be something else, and stuff like that. I was thinking of maybe doing some vlogs on the side. It's gonna be really hard to, like I said, it's gonna be really hard for me to actually do videos personally, especially since I'm the only one who does the videos. I have no editor. I don't have anyone to literally give me a good equipment. Nowadays, I have literally my same equipment for probably 3-4 years. I did upgrade 1 year. I did buy a new mic because it wasn't working. But this is literally my third mic, and I did upgrade my laptop, but that was because of school. But the software is like 3 years old for editing, so there's really nothing new. Personally, for me, I still have pretty much the same setup. The camera is still the same. That's the funny part. This is the same camera that I've used for probably about 6 years now, 6 or 7 years, some of that. So yeah, it's been a while, and yeah, so like you're probably gonna get the same quality that you're getting now, till 3 years after from now. I'm just gonna point that out. So you're gonna see a schedule like this for a while, and I do apologize, but it's just this is something that I kind of want to get doing, and I know for a fact that YouTube isn't going to be a career for me personally. I'm not making any money off of this channel, if people are wondering. This has been literally just freelance, I guess you could say. I'm just pretty much volunteering to do YouTube, I guess you could say. But I'm doing this for the fun. There's so many projects I would love to do personally. I really wanted to do some like acting a bit in some videos. Like I've done a really amazing trailer personally. I know it's like a small teaser. I looked at the trailer recently. It's not bad nowadays, but at the time I actually liked it. But it was definitely a concept that I've talked about to many people's about what kind of short film I wanted. There was also a music video that I kind of wanted to do. I actually wanted to do, and I was actually going to create a channel with my buddy Nate to do like a rap video game thing. I thought that would be a really cool thing. But you know, there's a lot of projects I guess you could say that I kind of want to do, and it's still on my mind. Like I'm not saying like I want to drop these ideas. You know, right after September starts. It's ideas that I'm putting on hold for the moment, until we get somewhere. You know what I mean? So maybe within 5 to 6 years from now, maybe I will do something great on the side while I have a career, for what I'm taking right now and stuff. So it's definitely something going to be very intriguing personally to me. I will probably talk about some stuff maybe later on about gaming, because why? It's because I am taking a course for game development. I've been talking to my buddy. He knows a couple of people that do actually work in the industry around here, which is really amazing personally for me, so then I can get my foot in the door, to make games and stuff like that. I definitely do want to make games myself, maybe like side projects and stuff. I definitely would like to show you guys what it's going to look like and stuff like that, so that would definitely be a cool concept. But right now, I don't know how things are going to go for the future. All I can do is just predict what I feel like might happen. But that's pretty much it. Now, if you guys do support the channel personally, I do appreciate it a lot. It's just, like I said, it's going to be really hard for me to actually do YouTube when I'm in college. So, because this is going to be the last time that I do college, and I am officially declaring that I put all my efforts and all my energy into this course. So, as much as I love to put a bunch of energy into YouTube, at the same time, even though when I'm totally exhausted after work, I have to start thinking about what's a good purpose for myself right now. Then thinking about like a hobby of mine personally, because this technically is a hobby. So I have to think of a good what pretty much I gotta think about what I'm doing with my life. That's pretty much what I'm saying. So that's what I'm going to be doing. And like I said, I will try to keep some videos going here and there and stuff for that. So the only way I will, this is just my thinking, because I feel like with the YouTube algorithm, it might kick a lot of people out from this channel. So bear with me on this when I do mention about the bell. So please ring the bell for that purpose, so then that way you can get notified, because if you do not get notified, then it's going to be really hard for you to find the videos. If it does happen, I've had people actually message me before, when this whole algorithm happened, that people were saying, oh, I just found your video after 2 months. I didn't realize you were still uploading so much still. So if it does get to that purpose again, then I do recommend that we go in a route of ringing that bell just in case. So if you guys do not mind hitting the bell personally, it would definitely help out the channel, and also at the same time it helps me up to know that you guys support me personally. So if you guys could, that would be amazing. But other than that, that's pretty much it for the update. If there's any suggestions, I'm going to say this now, because once August 10th happens, that's where my break is going to happen for this channel. It's going to be sort of a big break, but like I said, you will be seeing videos here and there, and then maybe some on the holidays and stuff like that. So, you know, you still get a bit out of the year, but it won't be as much as what I'm uploading nowadays. And like, I probably would upload a lot, but I'm totally exhausted. I barely get sleep still. I'm still trying to work on that. So if you guys don't mind and understand completely what I'm going through here, I would really appreciate it. Plus also too, maybe taking a small break is definitely probably what I need off of YouTube as well. Like I said, I am burnt out, and I don't really like to talk about that personally, because it's something that I feel is very stupid to talk about, even though it is a real thing. It's just, I feel like I'm just one of those YouTubers trying to, what's the case? Like, people just trying to get views or try to get attention. I'm not trying to get attention at all. It's just the only thing I'm mentioning is that I am very exhausted. And I'm telling the truth. I am very exhausted. Like, you can talk to people if you knew the people that I worked with, they would tell you straight out that I'm super exhausted. You can even if you were able to talk to my camera guy who works with me, he would even tell you the same thing. So, I'm just letting you guys know. I'm not doing this on purpose. I'm not just trying to say I quit YouTube and stuff for that. I love this this is probably one of the funnest things to do personally, is YouTube. I really love it personally, but at the same time, this isn't a career for me, I guess. So unless somehow this magically becomes big enough, because there are so many ideas, like I said, I wanted to do. I actually wanted to go to conventions. I actually wanted to meet my fans. I even told people that, like, I wanted to do something like how Markiplier and our YouTubers, like, go meet fans that are that do like the Wish Foundation and stuff like that. You know, and maybe some people that need help in their life, who need someone to be there personally, like, you know, through like, people do have depression and stuff like that. Like, I was even talking to my buddy. He recently told me he had depression a few years ago, and you know, I personally wish he came to me and said that sooner, because I would have loved to help him out and stuff like that. So, you know, that was definitely that was crazy to hear personally, because, like, I've been through a bit of depression, but not as bad as how some people are. So it's scary to see stuff like that, but that's kind of the reason why I wanted to have this purpose, to help out others and stuff like that, like my grandma did. But yeah, so like I said, if the channel grows and I can make this a career, then that's perfect. I would appreciate that from everyone. Like, really, I would appreciate it a lot. Like, I'd be like, you made this something. Like, I would be freaking out personally, and probably throwing parties all the time for everybody. But seriously though, like I said, this isn't a career personally, so it would be interesting to make games personally as well. But the only two things that I would love to do personally is YouTube or make games, and it seems like YouTube is not the case, unfortunately. So, but other than that, I'll see you guys, of course, in the next videos. Don't worry, it's not going to be this probably. What's the word? Sad, I guess. I don't know if it's been really sad in this video. It's more been like a statement video, I guess. I don't know. But other than that, I'm just going to end the video here for now. Hopefully you guys are watching. Hit that like for more, subscribe if new. And that's pretty much it for now. Actually, you know what? I shouldn't even mention about subscribing in general, because if people don't want to subscribe if I'm going to be gone half the time, then I guess I shouldn't really mention that, should I? But anyways, just thank you in general. Thank you for supporting the channel personally, and just being there for me personally, because I've been through a lot personally myself. I know so many of you probably have been through the same thing. If you haven't, that's good. But I just appreciate, you know, when I hear feedback from others, because that's what makes me push myself to the next limit, I guess you could say, to do things for you guys. So I appreciate that so much. Thank you for all the comments personally. I'll probably do a video on August 10th, just like a small little video to say thank you and appreciate for everybody. But other than that, I'll see you guys, of course, in the next videos. Next video will be regular, so don't worry about this whole thing, but just keep it in mind that August 10th will be probably the last day for the moment. But other than that, I'll see you guys later. Peace out.